Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Bo, welcome. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ooh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna, Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hey, Janaki, Amy, welcome. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let's chant a little japa together here. Relish the name. Sing the name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Just taste the name. Just taste like a fine, transcendental, intoxicating wine. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, oh my Lord Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right, let's see here. Hey, wait.
Thanks for using.
Let's read some Prabhupada's lectures or something here. Let's see what we can find on the database here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's see here, settings, library. Letters, transcripts, okay. All right, this is some of Prabhupada's preaching here. Let's read from Bhagavad Gita, March 1966. Let's check that out. So, are you ready? Here we go. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. All right, here's a letter here. Where this is a transcript. So think of it, he's giving class in New York, man, out there in New York in 1966, just around the time he came at 65, so. Let's see what he has to say in his class. This is from the verse, Bhagavad Gita 2 and 11. Prabhupada says, so Krishna is, in this sentence, he has identified that Bhagavan, actually let me read the verse here. Where's the verse? Okay, I'll do it like this here. So I'll read the verse first. Okay, Bhagavad Gita 2:11. Hare Krishna. It's kind of fun to do this kind of stuff. I like this. 2:11. Okay, 2:11. So. 2:11 is, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead. See, so basically, in essence, you're not wise unless you're a liberated soul. because then you don't land. You realize, there's no death. I'm here. See, your soul is awakened, and so immortality. All right, man. Let's see if there's a problem with the internet. So tell me if it's not working so good. We'll have to do something about it. Uh, yeah. So Prabhupada said, so Krishna is, in this sentence, he is identified as that of Bhagavan. Bhagavan means that nobody can surpass his knowledge. See, no one can surpass Bhagavan's knowledge, God's knowledge. And that's in Bhagavad Gita. There's nobody that understands better than him his own energies. So why not just go to the authority? Why not just stop the speculation and just hear from Bhagavan, like Bhagavad Gita? That's why, it's so easy when you have your spiritual body awakened. You just relish the name Bhagavan. He knows everything. The one who knows everything. And then you can think of, and look at all these people who are trying to think they're knowers and they never quote the Lord. Ever see that people? They give classes or they talk about philosophy and they never quote Bhagavan. See? And they don't know Bhagavan. They never quote Bhagavan. Or we go in the Hare Krishna movement, amongst the Vaidhi Bhaktis who don't know Bhagavan because they don't relish yet, because they still speculate and they're unwilling to come to devotees who relish these pastimes and listen to them. Because only by, it is not like chapter 2 of Adi Leela, it says, see, I'm quoting Bhagavan. Why not? Why not quote Bhagavan and those who quote Bhagavan? Krishnadas Kaviraj knows the revealed scriptures, and he's just quoting the essence of truth. Why don't we quote that too? And then people will stop speculating, maybe, if they listen. You cannot understand the Lord by speculation. You can only understand him by taste, by transcendental mellows, by relishing, having your spiritual body awakening, coming in parampara system and hearing from awakened devotees. It's that simple, man. That simple. You hear from a person who has realized the Lord, taste the Lord's transcendental presence because their soul is awakened. Therefore, they can taste and relish and understand because of transcendental spiritual attachment, the real nature of God. Bhagavan, the one who knows everything. It's so easy, man, once you get this taste. Everything's a piece of cake. Purification's a piece of cake. Protection from his Maya is a piece of cake. Purification is easy. You just, because now you're bonded and come really close to the Lord and you can feel his transcendental presence, man. You get purified just by that feeling of that bond, that transcendental bond. See? Everybody else has more distance, even if you have faith in Bhagavan, but you don't have this taste awakened yet. Lord Chaitanya himself came to awaken this transcendental taste. See? He said all the world is worshiping God. This goes for everybody, Muslims, Vaishnavas, Christians, whoever else, even the world, they're worshiping, but they're at a distance, more of a distance. And and even if you have some pious love for the Lord, there's distance. You don't know him very well because you still speculate. You're not experiencing this closeness because everything comes from closeness with God, man, with Bhagavan. Then you realize you understand what he understands. Because you don't speculate. He's God himself. You don't speculate. He knows. Yeah, and then we can know just by taking shelter, becoming a devotee of Bhagavan. That's the only thing that I'm here. I'm just here to help people become real devotees. Real. You say, man, I really feel God. I'm encountering God every day. That's what I'm here for. To me, that is the height of my happiness. See others also like say, hey man, I really feel in God, man. I'm encountering God every day. I feel him. He living with me, sleeping with me. I'm in bed with the Lord. Yeah, that's what I'm into that. Yeah. And not looking around at all these unhappy people simply because they're not awakened yet. They don't know that transcendental Lord. They don't know how to know that transcendental Lord. And that includes most of ISKCON and all these other devotees. Because prove it, man. Prove that you know the Lord. Prove that your knowledge is like his knowledge. Because it is his knowledge and you transmit that. Prove that your emotions are like his emotions. Because they're exuding out of you. Translate, you see, whoa, the emotions of Lalita Ganga and River and Janaki, they're different than just emotions of people in the world. They're spiritual, they're different, uncommon. See? And those emotions are eternal. Now you're a liberated soul because you feel spiritually now. You're not one of these, it's like I was talking to River today about crypto. I said, watch out for that crypto because they're up and down, volatile. Your emotions, people are their emotions, they're addicted to this stuff. They have to go to, with these crypto anonymous meetings because they're addicted to this up and down thing, emotional roller coaster that's burning them out. Yeah, they don't know how to handle this stuff. They see, this is the whole world. Your emotions are up and down in the material level, and it's a burnout, man. It's miserable. People have to go into therapy because they're too emotional. You ever heard that? Going into therapy, just too many emotions, man. I get overwhelmed by the emotions. See, they cause you to go out and have to spend a big dollar, a lot of money to get your emotions right. And they'll never be right because it's just the nature of material emotions. They're up and down, a big roller coaster. And then people start to suppress them, and that ain't good either. That's another problem. See, and everybody's trying to figure out, how do we deal with this stuff? Well, it's very simple, man. Come in parampara. Hear the glories of Bhagavan, man. Hear how great Bhagavan is, how fantastic an intimate relationship with the Lord is, how it'll turn these material emotions that cause you problems and misery and other people misery, your envies and jealousies of them and all that are purified. Man, when you're wealthy, yeah, well, all this envy and jealousy disappears. Well, you got the wealth. Why would a wealthy person be envious? You got everything now, even better. Okay? So all these material emotions are very, they cause problems. Everything, just more and more problems. And so this is the way out. Pretty simple, huh? If you have any comments or questions, put them in the chat. Give us some info here, some ammunition. All right, so Prabhupada continues. That personality is full in all opulences. See? He's full in all material opulences. See, that's just with him. He doesn't even care about it. He's full of all jewels and gems and gold. All comes from Bhagavan. It's all made. It's his energies, and he doesn't even look in that direction. It's just there. Okay? All beauty, all these beautiful men and women you see in places like here, they all come from Bhagavan. Could you imagine the beauty of Bhagavan? And then all of this comes from that. And this is all material. The miracle is how he forms the bodies of people in the world to make them really beautiful. It's just a bunch of dirt, man. Just a bunch of air and fire and earth and ether mixed together, kind of like a potter makes this thing and makes it really, it's pretty attractive. It's amazing. The only thing, it doesn't last. It's like a pot, you can throw it on the ground, it breaks. Eventually all this beauty gets even ages, and then all of a sudden it's like, bleh. Yeah, it was good when it was fresh and new. That's why people are buying new cars every day, because they get old every year, or every 5 years. Yeah, it gets old, man. We're gonna need something new. See, this bhakti never gets old. Isn't that amazing? 365 days a year. Why wouldn't anybody come Just we have church, man. Can you imagine going to church 365 days a year? You must be founding at some good thing. A great place to hang out, great place to learn, a great place to get purified, great place to be inspired. Oh, this place here, this grace place is a great place for everything. Great place to accumulate spiritual wealth. And material wealth may come, who may or may not. Doesn't matter. You got the real wealth, man. This stuff lasts. This stuff, you never get bored, man. Never get bored. I already gave a 3-hour class, and went down on Sankirtan today, and I'm raring for more. Just rest up the body a little bit, man. Come back here and glorify the absolute eternal truth, man. And bam, bam, clear away all this Maya, man. I just love getting my what do you call those things? Those hacker things, the machete. You ever seen that guy on the movies called The Machete? He just goes and whacks everything. Whack the jungle growth, man. It's nice. It's whack out. There's less here every day. Less jungle, less illusion. Just whacking away, man. Just whack it, man. Get rid of it. Move it aside, man. Let's make a clear path for the living entities to go right into Vrindavan, man. Somebody's got to go in there in the jungle. Where's my jungle hat, man? Got to go in that jungle and whack away and get rid of some of this jungle growth, man. Hey, Bhagavan, man, stop speculating. Just come and listen. And hear and get purified and relish Ras. Get your spiritual body awakened. Everything is here. The best of everything is here. And you don't have to pay anything for it. Everywhere else, you got to pay big dollar, and you don't get this kind of quality. Can you imagine some high quality product here? This product is the highest quality, the most subtle of the subtle, but the most tangible of all tangible products and wealth and assets. This is an asset here, man. When the Lord is your asset, you don't need anything else. Everything is in him. All these coins, like in Bitcoin, they have, or a crypto. They have all these various coins. What do you need all these coins for? You just get one coin, God, Bhagavan, and everything. All those coins just spill out of him. All these amazing things. I'm sorry, man. I can't. I just love glorifying the truth, man. I just, this Maya is like it's this dark maze, this dark film over the truth, man. We just like to remove that, burn it up, man. Set fire to the maze of Maya, clear it up. You ever see a paper, and you light the paper with a match, and then it starts burning. Burn it up. This is the Maya. We do it. Light it with the match of truth, man. And it just burns away, and all of a sudden you start to see the truth. You say, yeah, that makes sense. Even when I give class, that's why I like to give class, these talks. Yeah, that makes sense, Lord. I'm also sitting there listening to this. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, hey, man, I'm on board. Let's see what else Prabhupada is. See, he's all wealth. See, and the real wealth is not. See, we go behind. What is wealth to God? Scriptures, the pure scriptures. He even said, he showed the example. The Lord came here as Lord Chaitanya, and people would quote scriptures like Maharaj Pratapuruja and say, my God, you give me real wealth. This is treasure. And when we're here to teach people, to share with them, to put them through the purification so that you can relish and appreciate this wealth. So you can attain this wealth. The attainment is just tasting it. It's right here. All you have to do is get a little purified, and then you can taste this wealth. You feel it. Wow, man, whole idea. Say if you have a bunch of gold here, the idea of people, they get gold and they play with it. It's like, wow, man. They get some energy, but that energy is just in the modes, man, because it's not really real. And then somebody takes it away. Ooh, this is the idea with crypto. It goes up. Oh, wow. I mean, it's just It's such an illusion, man. It's all these digital things that they just don't even really exist. That's actually goes for everything. Like fiat currency is the same thing. It's just a bunch of paper. And when they deem it worthless, it really is. You can have in the country just like, oh, this isn't worth it. They have to come up with wheelbarrows full of this fiat currency of their country that used to be really valuable, and all of a sudden it has no value. That's the world, my friends. That's crypto. That's gold. That's all of this stuff. Especially at the time of death, you see it has no real tangible value. You've been illusioned. You can't even take it with you. But you can take this with you, my God, the inclination to glorify the absolute truth. That's why devotees, they love to come to the material world. What? To preach and to relish this truth and save their brothers and sisters who are rotting in this material world. Literally rotting here. They're like eating the dead. Eating dead things. You ever see these birds like crows that come and eat dead things, vultures? That's people. You're eating the modes of nature. It's all dead, everything. Material knowledge is dead. It's not a living thing yet. This knowledge is living. Can you tell? When it's living, man, you want to do it a lot. You want to speak about Bhagavan. You want to glorify Bhagavan. You want to glorify absolute eternal knowledge. Why? It's energy in it. There's current in it. Currency, see, well, yeah, you spend it. I'm spending my currency, man. I spend it and I get more, increases. This is current of Lord Chaitanya's transcendental potency. Man, I spend it here, man. Give these little classes, spend it, and more comes, man. It's amazing. It's a miracle. It's amazing, isn't it? This currency in the world, you spend it, man, and all of a sudden, oh, my bank account went down. Or you make a bad investment, it goes down. You lose. Here I spend all this money. Come here, give class, talk, chant. And the currency just increases. The body gets a little tired because, material body is just, they wear out, man. You have to rest. You have to follow the laws of the world, a little bit, but the currency is increased, man. Store of value is this. People think Bitcoin or gold is a store of value. No, this is a store of value. Why? Because it's the best asset. This lasts forever. This asset, your inclination to glorify the Lord and to feel and to taste this currency and keep spending this currency, and you get more and more inspired, more and more enlightened, literally lighten up. Not only yourself, after you're finished lightening yourself up, you lighten others up. You free them from illusions. Okay? This is kind of currency here, man. This is a store of wealth. Okay? What you learn here is you get to know what wealth really is. Okay? People don't know this wealth. See, this wealth is what? Bhagavad Gita teaches, who Krishna is. This wealth is God himself, Bhagavan, man. He's inconceivable and he's unknowable. He's unattainable except through a miracle. That miracle is his devotee, one who actually knows him. 1 out of 1,000,000 Vaishnavas, 1 out of 1,000,000 Muslims, 1 out of millions who actually knows that personality. That's the miracle. The devotee's a miracle. That's what Jesus knew. This is what Lord Chaitanya knew. Nityananda knew. All those who are recipients of the mercy know. See? Look at you guys. You're becoming really wealthy here. You're getting what I got. And saying, this guy isn't crazy, man. This is real wealth. Become more inspired, man, more empowered, man, more able to do the highest welfare work, which is to liberate a soul, man. You can build 1,000,000 hospitals, but that's not as as powerful as liberating one of those souls in the hospital. It's already built. I didn't build any hospitals. I didn't make any temples. There are plenty of temples, plenty of hospitals. Let's just get somebody to listen and hear about Bhagavan and get purified and come get their spiritual body awakened so they can taste this wealth. And tasting this wealth is how you spend this wealth and how it's never spent. You never spend. Only the body gets a little spent, but this wealth just increases in your next class, your next chanting session, the next sharing becomes more there. See, more value. That's why these classes all the time are better and better. How does it do this? It's a miracle. All miracles here. Hey, Shamasundari, welcome. How are you? Well, as long as I'm chanting the glories of the Lord, I'm more than fine there, Shamasundari. How can anybody not be fine? You know, like the let me turn the fan on. Let's get a little warm. It's like in the 10th canto, Vasudev, who was from Mathura, he asked Nanda Maharaj, "How are you doing in Vrindavan?" Well, actually, why should I even ask? Because you see Krishna. You know, you're those who do their duties of talking about Krishna, hearing about Krishna, chanting his name. You know, this is God, Krishna, Christ. If you're a Christian, talking about Christ. If you're a Vaishnava, talking about Krishna or Lord Chaitanya. If you're a Muslim, speaking the Holy Quran, you know, these kind of scriptures. Okay? And then there's auspiciousness for you, especially if you're out of the realm of speculation. This is where it gets really gravy. Okay? This is where the icing, you get into the icing on the cake. Okay? This is where you finish the work in the world of becoming liberated from this cycle of birth and death. You meet the bona fide guru who's a liberated soul. If they're not liberated soul, don't have the symptoms of being liberated souls. Both those persons, the leader is blind still, and the followers are blind. They gotta still work it out and figure out what's not quite right. What's not quite right is you haven't met the bona fide, transcendentally empowered spiritual master, just like the books teach. You know, Maharaj Parikshit met Shukadev Goswami, right? You know, Bali Maharaj, he met Vamanadev, see, and got a relationship with God through him, and not his guru who was adverse to what is transcendental. Isn't that surprising? Got to come in the real path, see, and finish this. We're here to help people finish their material life. You come here, the whole point is to get attached to the Lord, where you feel the shelter. That's the job of a bona fide spiritual master, is to get you attached to the transcendental Lord. We're already done that. Quite a few cases here already, and many people are on their way. It shows you real spiritual power of that transcendental Lord is here. You see people with uncommon spiritual feelings that are not material, they're actually spiritual. See, uncommon understanding that comes from these kinds of deep, ecstatic, transcendental feelings. So Prabhupada goes on. This is, by the way, if you came late, then this is Bhagavad Gita, March 1966, his lecture. We're using it as a springboard to go into these places. See, all wealth. So Krishna or Bhagavan means he's all wealth, all strength, all fame, and all knowledge, all beauty, and all renunciation. See, all wealth, not just part. See, wealth of people, they're satisfied with just wealth, partial wealth, the wealth of the world. See? But the Lord is all wealth. See, He's spiritual and material wealth combined. And the spiritual wealth is so good that you stop even looking really much at the insignificant material wealth. And even though that's there and that is in the hands of His real devotees also. Because if you attain the Lord, you attain the Lord who has all wealth, and you become blessed and benedicted by the all wealthy one. See, people, they're satisfied or they don't understand. Basically, they're just in ignorance. They don't knowledge. They're not in knowledge that if you get a relationship with Bhagavan, which is the whole point of coming to a real guru, a real associate of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna, is you're going to get a relationship with God very fast. Just already, we've proven it. That's why I speak about it. It's not just a blind boast. It's not just an exaggeration. We do the work. This is proof that the Lord is here, that Prabhupada did appear in that lucid dream, and it was real, a real benediction. And Krishna did appear to my second disciple. It was a real benediction. That everybody that really comes here and really wants this relationship will get it. Okay? And on the way, you'll see. So that's our work here. And then it becomes your work. You become part of this. People, then they get your association and become purified, like in the real line. Because you're in the real line, people will link up to the real line through you. But you got to be purified. You got to get it right. You got to hear properly, right? Isn't that the idea? You can't just come here like, and some people, they just come here and they listen for a while and then they go away. And now they say, well, now, thank you very much. Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Real prostitute mentality. And then they say, oh, I'm in a real line. I don't need you anymore. That's Mayavadi. I don't need guru anymore. It's not about needing. Why not just stay with the family, man? Be a family member. Isn't it nice to have a spiritual family here? People are off. When you leave here, man, and you think, oh yeah, spirituality is just me and Krishna, and that's, I don't need a spiritual family's been provided. That's part of the prasadam, man. Part of the mercy. Part of the happiness. See, and if you're not purified enough and you leave, then it's unfortunate, but people do. Anyway, someday people will get it right. See, those who stick it out and they stay around, their happiness being with the spiritual family becomes greater and greater and greater. And you see, we're all going back together, man. We don't have to go anywhere. We could stay here, and be in spirit. We live in spirit here. This is spirit, man. This is spiritual. This is really spiritual. Really spiritual means no speculation. Means really sincere relish of the name and pastimes of the Lord. Means real revelation and realizations of the standard that these books are on. Okay? That's the way it is. Hey, Dukkha, welcome. It's Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada's lecture in 1966. See, beauty and renunciation. Yeah. See, all beauty, all renunciation. So renunciation is there also in your heart. You may, because we have to use material objects in the world, but in your heart, you say, it's just material. What's really, I'm not renounced. See, the way you really renounce in this world, in your heart, is whether you have money or wealth or buildings like Pundarik Vijayanidhi or not. The way you is renounced is you get this higher taste. Hey man, in your heart you renounce because your heart is with God. Your heart is purified by God. Your heart is loving what is really lovable, and that's the transcendental Lord. That's why people, like one of our students here is wondering, why are people, so into you? Why do they go and praise your glories? Oh, go Hari this, go Hari that, divine grace, blah, 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 blah. Why are they doing that? I don't get it. You don't get it, man, because now they're free, been set free. That no one can do it for them previously, and not even themselves, and they're free, and they are tasting this higher wealth than the material world, and their heart is renouncing their entanglements in this world, and they're just feeling grateful. They're feeling wonderful. Wow, this is by the grace of my guru. Krishna gives them great revelation and realization. I realize my good fortune. Okay? Okay? That's all it is. It's simple. You find somebody, say you've been in prison. This is the world. This is everybody. They've been in prison. They're bound by these ropes of the modes of nature. They can't get free. They're bound by the material emotions. They love the world, or they love money, or they love their child too much. They love everything too much. They're bound by these ropes, and somebody comes along and starts cutting them. And the person goes, oh, wow, and I'm free. Can you imagine? That's how it is. That's not surprising. Wow, somebody cut me free. Oh, I'm so grateful. I was a slave to the modes of nature, and my Guru Dev came and cut me free. This is a real guru's trip, man. You got to be on a real guru trip, man. Not a false guru trip. I'm good. See, this is where you're just tripping out, man. Just tripping. You got a guru, man, and you're for 20, 30. I've seen it, man. My God, brother, they got these gurus, man, 20, 30, 40 years, still mundane devotees, man. Still at the same place they were when they started. And my guru, all these imaginations. Oh, my guru is so great. Yeah, why is he so great? Oh, well, because you're supposed to say he's great. Yeah, what has he done for you? Oh, I don't know. Done for me? I don't know. It's not about that. It's about the checklist or some speculation that they give you. No, it's about this. It's about what you hear here, cutting you free and proving it and showing the world that you cut your disciples free, and they can depend on that, and they can be confident in that, because that's a real associate of the Lord. And that's what the witness program is. I was cut free by my bona fide guru. He proves bona fide because I was cut free. That's how we work here. We work by the deeds. To show that God is behind this work, man. We are backed better than gold. People, they say, well, our currency's backed by gold. Then they took it away. Now it's backed by nothing. That's the whole world. What are you backed by, Guru Devs and Radhanaths and Japa? Who's backing you? The Parampara? How much love of God have you awakened? How many people have you freed from illusion? That's the question. Everybody should be asking their guru that. How many people show us you're an authority in this world? You're authority over Maya, man, that you're here representing. See if we're back now. Let me know if we're back. It should be. It should be back now. Looks like it's live still broadcasting. Let me know if we're okay here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Back. All right. So let's read a little bit more. So renunciate. He is God. You see. So now in this, at the present moment, when people are godless, I think this definition is convincing. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love this, man. This definition is convincing. It is. Bhagavan, man. You know, the world is godless, but are they really? You know, the thing is people just don't know that we can never get away from God. There is actually, in a sense, no true atheist. Everybody believes in the Lord. We have to. Even in illusion, we're believing in the Lord. The Lord is everything, the Lord on all levels. The only reason why people may preach, like we may preach, and say that's godless and this is real God. What are we really saying? See, we're really saying is that is his shadow, but you're attached to his shadow. It's still God, but in the dark manifestation of the Lord. All it does is cause you inauspiciousness. See? So that's called being godless to a person trying to, teach the distinction. Now, to be with God is now people don't know what is this God. Okay, what does it mean to be with God? Well, the Vedas are very nice with this. God, the meaning of God is transcendental, is spiritual, truly spiritual. It's beyond the modes of nature. See, and Vaishnavism defined all these things very nicely, very clearly. You know why? Because God did it, He started it. God came as Krishna. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay? And he spoke to his disciple Arjuna and friend. See? So then Arjuna, who actually listened and heard, was in touch with the real God, with the real God knowledge. See, real God attachment. He was attached to the transcendental Lord. And that's the idea. When say a devotee here says, I love you, I love my guru. What are they saying? See, I love the God that guru is given, because all I'm doing is talking, man. I'm just speaking and glorifying the absolute truth. I'm giving you conceptions and concepts and vibrations and emanations and energies, right? And you say, I really love you. What you're doing is you're just showing your happiness of appreciating the nature of the Lord. That don't. What I say, even though it's very true and very accurate. Like the eye of the fish. They don't like it. It's too targeted, man. But anybody come here. That's why anybody who likes these lectures, you're going back to Godhead. You're going back faster than these gurus who don't like these topics. They don't like to hear the truth. No, no, no. Don't tell me that I'm not a real guru. Don't say that. Don't say that I can't liberate my disciples, even though I can. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. No, tell me lies. I want to tell lies. I don't want that association. And nobody else should want that here either. Why would you want to associate with people like that? Who is it? No, no. Tell me I'm guru. Otherwise, I don't want to hear it. No, you prove that you're a real guru. Prove that you cut your disciples free. Prove that you represent God and Krishna Vrindavan when you say you're a Gaudiya Vaishnava guru. And they're going, Guru Dev, deliver me. Well, let's see some deliverance. Or I can step out of sight and we'll do it for their benefit and your benefit also. Let's get you all in the kingdom of God. Why should we be waiting around? You know? Let's just cut to the chase. No more time to mess around. Let's get the job done. I think this definition is convincing. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think this definition is convincing? So we take Prabhupada's book and his preaching. Let me know if the sound starts to get a little weird. Just give me a comment here because then I can switch it over. Ah, convincing. If you find out a personality that one who has got in full all these opulences, he is God. It will be very difficult to present an ordinary man as God, you see? And so the way practically this shows up, because a person can say, yeah, I have all these opulences also, and uh, I'm God. See, no, what we really need to say is this person a devotee of the Lord? Because the Lord ain't coming for in this, according to these Vedic scriptures, for another, the Lord himself in his big incarnation like Krishna and Radha and Lord Chaitanya, 4,320,000,000 years. See? So how do we know this God here? You got to find those who have taken shelter of this Lord, and they're filled with spiritual opulence, whether they're manifesting material opulence or not. That is not the thing. The most important thing, are you manifesting the spiritual opulence of God? Do people see spiritual wealth? Do they see this wealth is? I help everybody define it. Convince them that spiritual wealth is ecstatic devotion. That is the power of the Lord. That is Radharani, man. That is devotion. It is pure. It is inspiring. It inspires even God. It brings the Lord close to you, even. See? Does a real representative of the Lord have that? Yes. If you don't have that, and there are symptoms. If you have that opulence of bhakti, devotion, pure love of God, tears pour out of your eyes. They see when you chant Hare Krishna that you're enjoying a transcendental meal par excellence, man. You're dining in with the elites of the real devotees of the Lord. They're the real elites. You think this Illuminati stuff are elites? Okay? All they can enjoy is the material aspect, material mind. You see, it's not the complete Godhead. Only the devotees have the complete thing. And then they don't pay much mind. All that stuff comes automatically as it's needed. They have to work for it. They're working. Look at these guys, these elites out there. They got to have their meetings in Davos, and they got to plan and a lot of work, and flying their jets, man, to have their meetings. To control the world, and they got to make all these material plans and build these buildings, and they got to trick and lie to people and deceive them and put poison in shots to diminish because they're always in lack. There's not enough air, man. Put the masks on. Oh, no, we got to have a carbon thing now. See, that's a lack consciousness. Come on, man. You guys should want to switch sides. I speak to you elites out there. Come on, we got a much better deal. My Lord never runs out of air. He never runs out of currency. He never runs out of real wealth. And this is what real wealth is. You come here, we'll show you it is tangible. You can feel it even more than gold. You'll feel the vibration of it is higher than the level of gold. You'll see that it's a higher vibration than getting all the adoration from fools in this world. You adoration of people you trick and lie to and believe you, and you want them to adore you. What is that? Hey, this is wealth. See, to adore the Lord, the transcendental God. To praise his glories in a practical way and help our brothers and sisters understand the glories of the transcendental Bhagavan. Connect them with it so they can feel his strength coursing through their bodies, literally their temples, living in their temples, giving, awakening spiritual emotions, spiritual thinking, spiritual thoughts, true logic, true clarity. See, this message is for everybody. It's for those persons. It's for the asuras. It's for the demigods. Everybody benefits. We're all connected to that Lord. You know, it's just a matter of understanding how that is. See? All that knowledge is here in our Sangha. You can learn all these things. We have all these wonderful books, and we have the feelings to understand them. Make some comments so I see I'm talking to somebody. Because it says 0 people here. Let's do a head count. So one who has got in full all these opulences is God. See, and this is the kingdom. See, the Lord, it's like Jesus said, it is your Father's pleasure to give you the kingdom. Okay, great. It's your Father's pleasure to give you the kingdom. And so we get the kingdom by taking shelter of the Lord again, and learning how to do that. That's the parampara system. You know, the whole idea in the Jesus movement was what Jesus wanted to tell Christians is you need the Holy Spirit to understand God properly, to feel, to be empowered by the power of the Lord is His Holy Spirit. It's His power, is His Spirit. They call it dunamis. It's the Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit. It gives you spiritual power to manifest truth in this world. No one else can do it. Okay? You got to get the mercy. And that mercy comes in the parampara, in a disciplinic line. Those who are in the real line, not false line. False line is you have no transcendental empowerment. You haven't gotten this from a real devotee, you know, that's in the line of Lord Chaitanya. For our line is Lord Chaitanya. Where is that current? Where is that currency? Where is that wealth? That should be the question. Where is it? See, that's here. You see the current here. You see the same kind of bhakti that Lord Chaitanya had, the laughing, the crying, the choking up and worshiping Krishna that he came to promote. You see that here, what we came to promote also. Okay? So the real currency is here. The real wealth is here. Okay? So that's the whole thing, is to help people, convince them where the real wealth is. You know, sacrifice means everybody. See, people are sacrificing to get bodily wealth. You know, they sacrifice their time and energy to exercise, and often a lot, and jogging and all that, so they can get a healthy body. They want the wealth of a healthy body or a ripped out body. They want even exaggerate. Bodybuilders, they want more than just a healthy body. They want to look really good and be adored. You know, the people are working for that. They're sacrificing for that. Okay? Or something else. They're sacrificing to make money so that they can become wealthy, they can accumulate wealth, material wealth. It's a sacrifice. Okay? Here, that we're also sacrificing. Life is sacrifice. Vishnu is the Lord of sacrifice, and we are the ones who offer the sacrifice to Vishnu, whether you do it in the material world or the spiritual world. If you do it just sacrificing materially, very hard. But if you do this sacrifice to the transcendental Lord, hearing, chanting, remembering, chanting the holy name with empowered, ecstatic, bona fide. This is bona fide line, devotees like this that actually have the spiritual power of the Lord. The Lord has given them the spiritual power, given them spiritual intelligence not different than just intellectual, real spiritual intelligence. When you hear them, you feel it, man. The enthusiasm, the energy, the vibration, the frequency changes you. Forgot my point on the whole thing, but anyway, yeah, like that. See, this is the whole point, is to get people connected to that Lord. Yeah, and then you get, and then see sacrifice. She's all about this sacrifice. This one is so easy. You come here, even your purification becomes easy, even though it may be a pain in the ass sometimes because all this crap coming out of you. It's like a healing crisis. Just think of it. This is a healing crisis. People that fast. When I fasted, Janaki knows, she fasted also. All this crap was coming out of her. She was miserable sometimes, but she knew it was good for her. Same thing here. You come here there'll be a time stuff is coming out of you, but the more it clears, the more clear you get, and the more ecstatic you stay. And then you open your mouth, and the Lord is there, and you're happy. He's happy. You have this transcendental relationship, and you make people transcendentally happy. You help them like a midwife to become spiritually reborn. The birth of Krishna in them, or the Christ, whatever you want to call that. It's a spiritual rebirth. You're empowered to do that work. No one else can do it. Okay? You gotta be it, man. You gotta be able to taste ecstasy to do this work. Okay, my voice is kind of giving out. I'd like to do more, but got to rest the voice a little bit. And I think I'll go and get something to eat. And and then we'll be back. Probably today, maybe. Thanks very much for coming, and it's been fun, really wonderful. So pass this video around too, to people. Let them a chance to understand the glory of the Lord. Okay, thank you, Evo, for coming. Thank you, Amy Rose. Thank you, Janaki. Thank you, Tuka. Hang in there, Tuka. Everything will work out. Even though physically it's tough, don't worry. God is protecting your spirit, man. Just by the fact that you appreciate what we do. Yeah. It'll all be worth it. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. We'll see you soon. Hare Krishna.